Hi, I am Andira Fitria, the Magister student of English Department of Education at Faculty of Language and Art, Padang State University. I would like to present my article about code language analysis used by English teacher during teaching learning process at SMP Negeri 2 Kamang Mage. We came to the purpose. This article aims to analyze the reason code mixing and code switching used by English teachers during teaching learning process at SMP Negeri 2 Kamangmage because of the language background that the teacher and students use in daily activities. Specifically, it focuses on the reason which utterance which spoken by the teacher during teaching learning process. Since the use of code switching and code switching will be analyzed the reason based on recording of the teacher's utterance. Answer 2017 defines most of the people in the culture mix their language with other language by lending or using piece of foreign language. Even sometimes they are still pressured by native language. So, code mixing is a stage of code language made when the speaker of language mix two or more language into a course of action without something in the language situation requiring the blending of the language. Milroy and Gordon in Fitria 2017 say that code switching can represent various switching language or dialect and mixing whether in the same conversation, the same turn or the same utterance of the same sentence. In the teaching learning process, code switching used as facility for teachers and students interaction and learning so that the class management can be well managed. Next method. To analyze the related purpose of this article, researchers used the method qualitative descriptive method. Since the purpose of these articles is to analyze the reasons code mixing and code switching during teaching learning process at SMP Negeri 2 Kamangmage. The researcher believe this method has been the most suitable or to be applied to the study. The source of the data are English teacher at SMP Negeri 2 Kamangmage. Researchers use audio recorder, observation, and interview to analyze this article. Next finding. The finding of code switching is the teacher used code switching to clarify what they explain so that the student understand. And the finding of code mixing is the teacher used code mixing because of lexical need. From the result of the data analysis, researchers find out that there are 5 factors of the reason why the teacher used code switching and code mixing during teaching learning process at SMP Negeri 2 Kamangmage. The 5 factors of the reason are: first, intention of clarifying the speech content to the students. 2. Because of lexical need. 3. Repetition used for clarification. 4. To soften or strengthen request or comment. And the last is talking about particular topic. the last conclusion. Based on the reason why the English teacher used code switching and code mixing during teaching learning process, it can be concluded that the teacher wants to clarify what the teacher explained so that the student understand. The teacher used code mixing because of lexical need. Teacher use code switching and code mixing, therefore the teaching learning process and class management can be well managed at SMP Negeri 2 Kamangmage.